C Entertainment Networks is a multicultural and diverse world in one place, has celebrity supporters, and provides various entertainment services like branding, hosting, speaking, press kits, live interviews, and more. Just head over to www.cheenllc.com to find out more. Thank you for your support.
Who put you in designer? Who made your neck froze? Who had you sitting courtside? Who taught you what you know? But now things are different. You're out there on your own. Can't find nothing better, so you're blowing up my phone. Yeah, you're my ex. Crazy as they come, yeah, you're my ex. Still blowing up my phone. Maybe the next time you'll do better. You still want me and you can't leave me alone. Yeah, you're my ex. You're my ex.
Greetings and blessings, everyone. This is yours truly, Empress Chassie Warmington, aka All That Chas, aka Lucas Slayer. We got another special treat for you guys. I have a special guest. He go by the name of Gabe, and he is a phenomenal pop R&B and hip hop artist. I think he can pretty much sing pretty much any song, and his voice is actually realistic. Like, people are going in the studio and they got to use all of these different, engineering. The sound engineer had to hook up their voice to make their voice actually sound halfway decent and tolerable. Well, that's not the case with him. He can genuinely sing as good as it shows on his as good as he sounds on his actual tracks and albums and stuff. And his name is Gabe. And for those who don't not know and not aware, um, I would like for you guys to please support my advocacy mission. I advocate for those battling chronic illnesses, diseases, causing disabilities. So you can go to the website, www.cheenllc.com. And it's right, as soon as you go to that website, it's going to automatically populate. You see this website, or it's on this side, www.cheenllc.com. You could go right there to that website, and as soon as you go there, it's going to immediately pop up. It's a pop up, and you can just click there, and it'll take you directly to the page you need to go to so that you can sign the petition. If you choose to make a donation, you can. I do have options where you can make a donation through PayPal, or you can make a donation through Cash App. So it's up to you, whichever option you choose. But most importantly, if anything, please just sign the petition and share it if you can. Please share it with as many people as possible, because me myself, I do battle chronic illnesses, diseases quite aggressively, and they're very unpredictable. So I do, um, even before I knew that I had the chronic illness disease, I still was advocating. So the fact that I already was advocating prior to me having conditions really make me feel even greater. And then it's more personal now as well, because I actually battle from some of the same chronic illnesses, diseases that that I had been supporting and advocating for in the cause. So he's going to be on in a little bit. We're not going to rush him or anything, but I hope everybody's doing all right today. How you guys doing on a Friday, TGIF Friday? Oh, and while I am thinking about that, let me go ahead and give my shouts out. I gotta give my shouts out to my sponsor, Feisty by Wisdom, for providing me with the cosmetic. Y'all see all this bling on my eyes, all this glitter and shimmer on my eyes. That is by Feisty by Wisdom. Also, I have a rouge and lip gloss. This lip gloss that I have on is also by Feisty by Wisdom um, Cosmetics. So thank you so much for that. I only have on one piece this time of the jewelry that I get from Tima's Accessory. And this gunmetal bracelet, and I actually like this intertwined bracelet. So big shout out to everyone who has sponsored me in any form of fashion and or have supported me in any form of fashion, whether it was a like, a comment, an acknowledgement, a donation, a signing a petition, whatever, participating in events, inviting me to events, partnering or collaborating with me in events, being a guest speaker or participate in any events that I may have hosted or had. I really appreciate it. Thanks to every single body for every share that anyone has made. I thank you so very much for that. And going forward, I also want you all to understand that I know normally I'd be really interactive, but I'm really conserving my strength as much as possible so that I can actually engage like I desire to engage with. So I can engage in my crafts and in my advocacy mission work and stuff, and also with my schooling and my champagne brand, which is a wine brand as well. I'm just really focusing right now. So even if it seems like I'm not reading your post or reading your messages, not responding back to you in a certain amount of time frame, I promise you I'm not ignoring you, and I will respond back as soon as possible. Anybody who knows me know that I always respond back. I just don't, I don't really get that too much. I'm with the stupidity. I don't have people really responding to, commenting crazily like that. So I'm very grateful for that. Let me see. Thank you. Thank you, Cassandra Calloway. You guys make sure you all follow Cassandra Calloway, Callywood Media. Callywood Media. I love this lady. She is a philanthropist. And to be honest with you, she's really the only person that I would listen to critique me in my in my endeavors because she has so much experience with this. I mean, like on a very professional mainstream level, like on the red carpet with different awards. I think a BET awards coming up soon, some kind of award coming up. She's going to be on the red carpet. She does it every year. She's been feeding the homeless for over 20, 30 years. She has invited me to participate in celebrity award events that she's had for celebrities who do humanitarian work. She's invited me. That's when I had my. She still invites me. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying when I had my online media publication, she invited me. That was the very first celebrity award ceremony that my publications was ever used for. And I supposed to have did another year, and I got real, real sick. So she's like, I won an award through her. She's the one that gave me my first actual Woman of the Year Entrepreneur Award. I got it through her, through Callywood Media. So, and it's owned by celebrity event host, radio personality. I mean, her list goes on and on. Artists. She has a lot of titles as well. But she awarded me that, and you guys voted for me, so I really appreciate that. And that's how I ended up winning the award because you guys voted for me. So thank you so much, everybody, for your support in that. But yeah, support her as well. I'm telling you guys, I like to link myself up with people of quality. I'm not into numbers, all that and stuff, with the metrics and everything. I broke my nail, so y'all guys excuse the missing nail. I actually popped it off. I was being too rough, so that's what I did. I shouldn't have been tomboyish. I keep telling you all, I'm a prissy tomboy for the most part. But anyway, I really appreciate all you guys' support. And no, ma'am, you haven't sent it yet. Now you haven't. Well, because I just went in, I had to go incognito because I was in a coma. So we didn't get a chance to communicate because it's like after I got real, real sick, I just went incognito and laid low for a long time until they could figure out what was going on with me. Because remember, they were running so many different tests and they were trying to, pinpoint what these chronic illnesses and diseases were, what is going on with my back, what's going on with my neck, why I'm having all these different issues. So, you know, it was a roller coaster ride. So I never got a chance to reach out to you. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna send you the PO box. And I see the PO box, which I need to actually just put that up here so that people can have it. I'm gonna put it to you right now. Let me see. I can respond back. Let me see. Can I respond back? I'm on face. I mean, uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh shoot. Well, I want to tag you in it because I meant mention you in it in a comment. For some reason, it's not letting me respond to your comment, which is weird. Okay, so all right, so I'm typing it now to you so you can get it, have it. But yeah, so I like to link myself up with people of quality and who has the same vision or that is on the same positive and inspirational wave I'm on. And when I say inspiration, I'm not talking about religion or anything like that. I'm simply talking about just being good-hearted people, someone who doesn't want to cause trouble, people who likes to help others any way possible, and just be a good, upstanding person to the best of their ability. That's all I'm saying. Because when I was younger, I was wild. I had my fun or whatever, being stupid and dumb and reckless. I'm too old for that ish. And I don't understand why women and men who, especially that's 40 years of age and older, are still conducting themselves like that. I just don't get it. Like, you don't want to grow up. It's like they don't even make no effort to grow up. They're comfortable with the ratchetness and the stupidity and stuff. So, okay, did you get my text message? You had called me, and then I had messaged you back later because I was not feeling well. I was having a bad flare up, but I did respond back and was asking you if it was okay for me to call you the next day. But I think we both had gotten so busy, and I had to do the interview with Mr. Bobby Washington, and then I had to do my studies and stuff. So we were just both of us was all over the place pretty much. Yeah. But we understand that if we don't hear from each other or we're not able to respond back, we don't take it personal because we understand, that we just be busy doing a lot of stuff. So yeah, but for those who not aware of different things that I have going on, I'm actually really working on reinventing and rebranding myself, especially um, more so now than ever because I don't want to be in a position where I'm not able to embark on opportunities because I don't have things together and I don't have things in place. So I'm working on making sure that I have all, as they said, all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed. So if I'm not responding back to you, that's why. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, I'll call you Sunday. Do you have a preference, like in a time frame that you want me to call you on Sunday, or what time in the afternoons or the middle to the middle evening times? So just let me know, and I'll call you on your time frame because you on Central time and I'm on Eastern, so I have to make sure that I'm calling you on your time. Because I'd be like, oh, it's 3 o'clock, and then I called you, and I'm like, she ain't answering. That's because you calling her on your time, girl, not on her time. Duh. Yeah. So yeah, so thank you all for your support. And I really want to give shout out. As a matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and do this while I have Cassandra on. I'm gonna give a shout out to her for Women's History Month. This is Women's History Month, and I'm gonna give a big shout out to Cassandra, highlighting her. And this is also Women's International Month as well. So I'm gonna give a shout out to my mom, even though she was born and raised here in America. We already know what the history side, but seriously, on a serious note, I know my roots, I know my genealogy. And so with her coming from the lineage that she came from of South Africa and of Guyana and all of these things that have made her who she is. I give a big shout out and homage to my mom, even though she's born nationally, she was she was from the lineage of international women, in life. So I do. Let me see this. Okay, so it's just like what is these people? I hate when people just oh, that's the only thing about like when you I don't I'm trying to figure out something. I have to contact the mobile courier because these mobile couriers they be just getting your phone numbers. I mean they be giving your phone numbers out to these listers just because they say they're working with the with voters registration or whatever. That's all good and fine. If you're not legitimate, licensed government, actual government agency, and you were working directly, not indirectly, not somebody who they hire as a third, second, third party. They'll be blowing up my dang on phone, sending me all these unwanted text messages. So I just received spam. They be harassing us and stuff. It's like ridiculous. It doesn't put you on a no call registry. I've been listed on a no call registry. I've been listed on it for like 5 years, and they still call me. Yeah, I have had the same number for 5 years, so it's time for me to change it again because I'm about to change it up. I mean, I have other numbers that they can call, but I'm going to change it up. Um, because I don't like all of these calls. That's why I don't even get my number out because I don't like people just calling me for no reason. Like just leave me alone, let me be. Don't call me for I'm all about promoting and and stuff like that and alerting, but you're not on Amber Alert. You're not affiliation direct connect entity of the federal and state government. So don't be calling me. I don't know you like that. You got no reason, no need to be calling my number. Leave me alone. So yeah. But anyway, Gabe, he's gonna be coming on a little bit. I'm gonna check on him, make sure he's okay. Because I know he said between 5 and 6, so he might come on a little bit later. But in any case, you guys know how I do it. I don't let nothing stop me and slow me down if I can help it. Only if I can help it. Now sometimes things do be like, girl, no, we ain't doing this. We're not doing. Okay, it's the Oscars. I'm sorry, I just saw a post. It's the Oscars that Cassandra Calloway is going to be on the red carpet. So that's she does. I'm telling you, like she just. Hmm, it's like she's a phenomenal person. She be all over the place. Let me see. And okay, yeah, bear with me. But with the All Star Weekend too, and I think he already gave have some bookings to do some shows. So he probably got sidetracked because he is always in the studio. Like he doesn't just sing. That's the thing. He's not just a singer, a music artist. He's also an actual actor. Like he's a professional actor, and so he be doing too much sometimes. I feel like, hey, you like you telling me that you forgot, I'm going to find you because I know you're here in the ATL. I'm going to find you and I'm going to jump on your back and we're going to make Fox News, Fox 5 News, okay? Top story, doggone. Okay. 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 So what I'm going to do, people, wonderful people, my social media family, I'm going to go ahead and I'm put on some music and because you already know how I do. I love my music and stuff. Yes, I am a music junkie. I really love music, but I'm going to put on some music and then I'll be back once I check to see what's all going on with him and once I hear back from him. I can let you guys know. Of course, I ain't gonna play the music the whole time. I'll be back, but for the right now, let me go ahead and let me just go right here, and I'm going to let's see. I'm gonna give you guys something hype and upbeat. Okay, so we're gonna do something hype and upbeat, and I hope you guys like it. This is one of my little bootleg beats that I be making, like for my commercials and stuff. Y'all gonna laugh, but I don't care. I'm not no professional beat maker. I do something, something, a little something, something. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Don't try to be laughing at me, doggone it. I'll stop laughing. I'll be right back, okay? All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for being patient. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and see. I haven't. Let me wait a minute. Let me check first. 'Cause I don't even know. Let me see. Okay, so I'm just waiting for a response back from him. Um, and like I said, with this being All Star Weekend, as a matter of fact, tomorrow here at the Atrium. If those who know what the Atrium is here in Stone Mountain, Georgia, guys want to come out. We're going to have some ballers there, some professional NBA players going to come through. It's going to be hosted by Mike Ben. It is the event is created by Holly Media, so you guys want to make sure that you all be there. I've been posting about it on my Facebook and on my IG as well. So you guys make sure you come out and enjoy yourself and mingle, get to meet some celebrities, get to meet some, some, very influential people, in the entertainment industry. If you're really serious about your craft, anything about it, you got to understand it's so many people out here that is hungry for stardom or trying to just get their foot in the door some kind of way. Well, you got to go to places where they have those. I'm not knocking any other events or whatever, but if you're saying that you want to be a professional mainstream music artist, then you can't just keep going to events and participating in events that doesn't have mainstream and major record labels and PRs, A&Rs and stuff there, because you just put it pretty much investing money into nothing unless it's somebody who's going to be there that may have ties and connections. And I'm not talking about that have to go to a second, third, fourth, fifth party, but they can just call them up on the phone and be like, look, I have these artists. I saw this artist perform last night. She or he was dope. And, I think you should undergird them and, see if this will be, I believe this will be a great person for you to sign. You got to have people who have some direct connections and you got to put yourself in those kind of positions. And we know this, we understand this being in the ATL. It's no secret. So we know what we need to be doing. So you guys make sure that you all are putting yourself in places where you saying that you want to grow and be able to get the exposure or possibly get the exposure that you desire and you want for your craft, your business. But in any case, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and while we wait for Gabe, I'm going to go ahead and just touch on some issues. Okay, I have my. If you need a business kit, I mean a press kit. If you need a press kit, I can go a press kit for you. The press kit comes with a photo shoot, and it also comes with a video reel. I like to do my own photo shoots because what happens a lot of times some people feel like, okay, well, I got these photos. They're very nice and they're professional. I got them professionally done. But just because they're professionally done doesn't mean they're professionally suitable for a press kit, depending on what it is that you want to go into. Like if you are not just trying to limit yourself to one career aspect or one talent, like you're not just trying to limit yourself to be a model or just trying to limit yourself to be a talk show host. If you want to be able to expand and be broad, then you need to have a press kit that highlights all of that, like when Gabe, for instance, and Mr. Bobby Washington. When I needed to get they because they are mainstream artists, I didn't have to ask them to get a press kit ready for me. They already had it, but because that's what you need, because you never know when that opportunity, that door open. The last thing you need to be trying to do is at the last minute scramble and do this, at the last minute scramble and do that. You can't be trying to get stuff together at the last minute. So it is very important and very crucial for you, even if you don't hire me to do it, hire somebody else to do it, or go online and learn how to do it yourself. But again, those pictures, I put it to you this way: they know quality pictures when they see them, and I learned that in a very. I'm glad that it was in an humbling way. And the person, the agency, they didn't try to make me feel bad. The recruiters, they didn't put me down. They didn't look down on me or anything. What they did is they gave me helpful advice, and they were showing me how, what kind of pixels they look for, and the kind of grade that they look for in the photos, how it can make the difference. Because it's one thing when you have photos, it's like, okay, I'm using an old phone to do this live. I'm gonna be realistic. I have an old phone because I've been hesitating to spend $1,200+ on a new phone, but I am going to go ahead and just, I've been contemplating it for since last year. I want to go ahead and do it because it's an investment, and it's actually something that I use and can use and need to use for my brand. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. My rabbit is hopping around here, guys. So if y'all hear any bumping or noise, that's him just doing the most right now. But as long as I'm in here, he probably going to stay in here with me too. I forgot to close the door. Oh. But anyway, yeah. So a press kit is very essential. It's very important to have, so that you would just be prepared. Because not only that, as we know, sometimes with the news feed, whether we on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter, Facebook, we'll learn at the last minute about a call, modeling call, an actress call, and stuff. So we don't have time to be trying to get stuff together. We need to go ahead and have it. And so, because I definitely verbatimly know what they look for, because recruiters of mainstream agencies have told me what they look for, and when I say mainstream, I'm talking about when you're dealing with like Universal Studios, and you're dealing with agencies on that caliber, you're dealing with, mainstream producers and directors for, very popular shows that are not just shows that is pretty much catered to one group of people, but they are very versatile and diverse. You don't want to put yourself in a box, because when you do that, then you limit yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you should take any kind of role. No, I'm not saying that. But if, or even if you're a music artist, yes, this is music that you do. But some music, especially particularly as we know with hip hop music can be, combined with pretty much any genre of music we've seen. And hip hop and rap has been the only two, for the most part, music genres outside of a little jazz and R&B and blues that have been able to intertwine with pretty much any other genre of music, from rock and roll to hard rock to country to calypso, merengue, reggaeton, reggae, which all of that actually derived from that, because that all derived from Africa. Kemet before it was Africa, and so on. We know the history, so I don't need a history lesson right quick. But yeah, so you don't want to limit yourself. So if you definitely need to get a professional full service press kit. And not only that, I also provide a magazine. You will get a actual print and digital copy of your magazine that you could use. And that's the beauty of having a digital magazine, is that you can always just send it and stuff. But a lot of times they want to see it in a paperback too, even though we know that we're going into a complete, I can only expect that everything would be on a completely digital platform at some point in time. But if you wanted to print it out, you still want it to look just as good when you print it out as it does digitally. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the quality of photos make a significant difference. And a lot of people feel like because they got professional photos that, they're good, or videos, they're good. But no, I know exactly what they look for. I've been doing this for a long time, and that's how I got the experience, and that's how I got the knowledge. Because I know some people feel like, well, how do you know? I just recently added press kit, doing press kits and business consultation and branding onto my services, because I wasn't doing those things when I first started out, because I just wasn't, that wasn't, I don't know. I just never thought to do it. But those are things that I actually have advanced experience in, because I've always provided business consultation to people without realizing. It's like how you give people advice all the time. You're constantly give them advice and they apply it and it works for them. You become what people call an expert, or you become experienced. You know, it's just like when you work on a job and you're constantly doing something for repetitively, then you know you become experienced in how they experiencing it. So I had been giving people. So I've been doing it for free though. That's the thing. Like all of this stuff that I've been from branding to business consultation. I had been doing these things for free for people and not getting paid for it. So I was like, instead of just constantly doing it, and there's nothing wrong with it, don't get me wrong. But the platform that I'm blessed to have in the experiences I'm blessed to have, just like anybody who learns how to bake real good, and they decide to get their own bakery and they start selling their cakes instead of just giving them away, you know, and baking them for people for their birthdays or for Mother's Day or whatever. They turn it and convert it into a business, make it part of their business. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just adding services that I know that I have experience in and able to do to my list of services. Okay. So that's where my experience comes from for anybody who wants to ask and wants to know what qualifies you, what qualifies you. And I get that and stuff. But I think some people they nitpick in those kind of questions because they really don't want to pay you for it, or they trying to just figure out how they can, you know, if it's something they can do for themselves. But as I said in previous videos, there's no kind of services that someone can provide for you that you can't give to yourself other than probably surgery or, you know, something that you have to be sedated and put to sleep on or something like that. Um, you can, but other than that, you can pretty much provide yourself with any services. But just because you provide yourself with the services doesn't mean that you may have the direct connections or you have the resources. And that's something that I definitely provide with the press kit. I provide resources. I provide consultation that comes with it. And I don't just do when I provide resources, I'm not providing third party resources. I mean, resources. I'm providing resources through of direct agencies. Now, I do explain to people with these direct agencies, they may have their own fees that they charge, which a lot of them are doing that now. And the reason why, because you get so many people that, you know, they get praise from their family and friends and their community and stuff, and that's all good and fine. But people got to understand just because you got a lot of people jumping, you know, particularly, I would say this particularly with music artists, because a lot of music artists get really offended really quick when you tell them that their music suck, and then they be like, "Well, I got this many streaming, I got this that," but no major label is picking you up though. So I mean, like it's not like you getting picked up like Blueface or you know, little what's his name, little Dirt. You're not getting the baby. You're not getting that kind of platform. What you are, you're a community celebrity. You're not even a statewide celebrity. Like this, your whole state don't even know who you are. They just know you on this block in this community. But and that's a start. So I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying there's a if you're trying to get to a platform on another level, then sometimes those kind of agencies will charge you for their services. And the sign up is usually free, but for them to provide you with resources and services, get you directly linked and connected, they normally would charge you for it. So they do that for acting and modeling as well. And I actually have direct ties, not ties, sorry, direct connections to these companies, these agencies, as far as like I know who they are. Um, you rarely hear them just publicize publicly or whatever. Some of them they don't really, because most times you know you have to, if you go through like one of their professional um, acting schools or whatever, like certain what's that, International Arts Institute or something like that. Sometimes they will look in the Art Institute of Atlanta or the Art Institute or some other colleges, music. I'm moving too fast. Other colleges and schools for dance and actors to look through their portfolio to see who they have. And if they see you performing, doing a stage play or something, they like you, they'll call you in. If they hear your music artist, he hot or she hot, they vibe, they like their energy, they like the way they present themselves, they'll call you in, or reach out to you. So that's all I'm saying is if it's okay to do your own anything on services or whatever. Even I pay people to do certain services for me, even though I know that those are some services, those are the same services I could provide for myself. But in order for me to provide them in a way that I wanted to really stand out and on a certain caliber, I go through other resources because I know that these individuals, that these resources are going to be able to put me where I need to go. So that's all I'm saying. All right. So don't nobody take offense to that, please. All right. It's not to insult anyone's intelligence or try to belittle or put anybody down. I'm just telling you it's a difference, with the way you should go about doing it makes a difference a lot of times in the way you go about doing things versus just doing it. So that's all I'm saying. But yeah, so I provide the press kits. Also, if you need branding, if you want to be branded, you have your business, your brand for your label, your fashion label, or your cosmetic line, or what have you, make sure that you let me know. I do. Yes, there's a consultation fee, and again, I charge just like a lot of major platforms, they would charge you for consultation fees because unfortunately, it is sad to say you got a lot of people, they just like to waste your time. What they like to do is just sneak peek up. You haven't seen somebody take a, I know we all know somebody who does that, and it's the most annoying thing ever. I'm like, can you just eat the corn on the cob? They're literally just pick a corn, each kernel off the corn off the cob. Pick one, pick one off and eat it one at a time. If you don't bite into that dang on corn on the cob, you don't just bite into it. What you picking each little piece off for? You got some people they're real nitpicky like that, so they just trying to pick you until they get all your kernels off of the cob or get enough off where they're satisfied, and then try to exploit it. So it's just I don't give people that opportunity to do that. So if you want to do any kind of business with me, yes, you're going to have to do consultation. And I noticed that especially with me being a melanin person, I get a lot of melanin people don't like to work with me with that, but they'll go to somebody else who's not melanin. They won't do them that way. I'm just being realistic, and I know that a lot of that has been a lot of people don't realize it has been systematically designed, and with media and stuff, how they've always tore melanin people down. And it was a point in time where we had to just do stuff free all the time for one another because we had to build each other up and because we didn't have no other choice. But we have real bills to pay too. Nowadays, especially nowadays, there's real bills that have to be paid. The cost of living is not how it was back in those days. And even back then, it was still expensive to a lot of melanin people. So yeah, I understand, it's a systemic or economical and financial oppression that had been set up that caused a lot of melanin people to always have to give services free, but you don't have to give your services for free. You have the right to charge for them, and that's what I do. And I find that it bothers a lot of melanin people. So I just be like, okay, well, obviously you must not really need the help or want the services because if you did, you'll pay for it. I've never asked anybody to provide me with any free services. I really haven't. I don't know anybody. If I have, I don't recall it. I sure don't. I don't. Whatever your fee is whatever your fee is. If I'm not able to pay it, I wait till I'm able to. But I'm not going to ask you to reduce it or to waive it to accommodate me. I'm not going to do that. So we got to get out of that mentality as melanin people for those who are stuck in that kind of mentality, free for all, and stuff. And then it's like what it just shows how ignorant of some people choose to be and how stupid and foolish some people choose to be when they get upset because you won't bend for them. I know somebody else who could do it anyway. I got somebody else that'll do it for me for free. I go, oh, way less than you. Okay, well, why you didn't just go to them in the first place? Why even come to me? Like, why? Especially when my prices are pretty much listed, except for branding consultation. Those prices vary because it depends on um, what you want, what kind of business it is, what kind of brand it is that you have that you want it to be branding, what I will probably be required to do as part of being your brand ambassador. So those consultation fees vary. Certain consultation fees do vary, but for the most part, mostly every single service that I offer, the fees are already listed. So if you go on the website like you're supposed to, and like I, suggest that you do and advise you to, and then you look over the service and you see the price, then you will already see, okay, this is how much they charge. If you know that you could get somebody to do it cheaper or for free, then don't even, there's nothing else for you to even say to me. But this attitude, these disrespectful attitudes and mentalities, I just don't deal with it. That's why I have my business set up the way it's set up, so it does. And I notice that a lot of people don't like to deal with me because I won't allow them to strong arm me and disrespect my business and try to dominate me and dominate my business because I am a small independent melanin owned woman owned business. I don't care. I don't care if I'm just selling popsicles. They don't out of an ice cream truck. It doesn't give you the right for to be disrespectful because I just don't get that mentality. But some people are very comfortable with it and they justify it and they make excuses for it because they don't want to change for the better. Oh well, it is what it is. Now, so what I will say on top of that, with the branding services, you with any services concerning your business, even if you say that you're a music artist and you want me to brand you, you still would have to have either an EIN or a TIN. I do not deal with illegitimate businesses. I'm completely licensed, thoroughly licensed, registered here in the state of Georgia. And so I'm not in with the IRS. So I can't embody any businesses that are illegitimate. You have to have a legitimate business for me to um, be able to provide service for. Because if your business is non-existing, how can I be your brand ambassador when you have a non-existent business? Is all I'm saying. I don't do the shady business stuff because it has a way, especially nowadays with technology being the way it is, it has a way to come back on you. So I just don't want those kind of troubles or have those kind of issues. Um, so, well, maybe Gabe will have to come on some other time, and that's fine. But yeah, so I do, those are some services that I provide for you guys. Also, if you want to, provide, if you want to also business consultation, I provide business consultation, help you with things that you need that can help you create a business plan. And again, those things like that are not just etched in stone as far as a price. The consultation is, but to develop your and create your business plan isn't, because it depends on the kind of business that you have, and it depends on what your goals and ambitions are with your business, how you want to if you want your business to expand to a certain into a certain arena, or if you want it to be in a certain region, or you want to target a particular region. It all depends on those things. So that, because I have to make sure that if I create this business plan, that it also be a business plan that you can submit for sponsorship as well. See, that's the thing a lot of people don't realize. When you have a detailed, organized business plan, you can also use that business plan to as a sponsorship proposition to businesses to possibly sponsor you, become a sponsor. So you want to make sure that you have your business plan laid out in full detail. And a lot of people don't understand what they look for in a business plan. It's more than just a trajectory. It's more than just the merits. It's more than just outlining, highlighting your business. It goes so much deeper. It's literally like writing a formula into details. Like if you create a formula, um, that or I would say a vaccination, right? You create a vaccine for, you know, say you was creating one for the COVID. there's a formula and a format that you have to go by, and it has to be detailed, because if it isn't, it can backfire. And so you know, or it's not going to be adequate. It's not going to be able to execute. So if you know that you are wanting to expand your business, and you wanting your business to one day evolve into this particular, on a particular scale, then you want to make sure your business plan is laid out where where your business can grow, and that you will be prepared when it does grow. And I say when, because I have faith and confidence that you guys it's going to happen when it grows and when it develops, you know. So um, it's really important that you guys have that detail. Hold on, guys. Let me see what this. Okay. Okay. So but yeah, there's different things that you can do. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm reading. Yeah, but business plans are, you know, it should always be designed where you can also use it as a as a proposal for sponsorship, because when you have everything laid out in detail, it helps you to just it really works. I just put it says it works. Even then, if you want to get a business loan or business grant, say you know you don't have necessarily experience or the business credit to that is required. If you have a business plan that's so laid out and so organized and so prestige, they will, even if they hesitate, they probably call you back a week later, be like, or 2 weeks later, we'll go ahead and we may, even if they're not able to give you their entire amount, say if you wanted to do $10,000, they probably be like, we'll start you out with 5,000 for right now, see how that work out, and then we'll add the rest, you know. Love water. But yeah, so those are some different things that happens with a business plan. There's a lot of people don't understand. They just think I can just make a business plan and that's it. It's a lot of stuff that go into it. And again, we got to understand technology in a way and the requirements now is much different than it was when things first got started. So things that was not used that used to not be required or necessary are now required and necessary. So if you don't really understand how to implement that, then you need to hire somebody to provide that kind of to provide that for you in your business plan. And so I can actually help you guys design a business plan as well as provide you with the business consultation. And last but not least, I for those who are aware, because I've been talking about it, is yes, I do have my own brand of champagne, and also that brand would be for my wines as well, but I'm focusing more on my champagne line right now. So if you want to be a sponsor or an investor, let me know. Now with the sponsorship, there is documentations that you have to sign, because the sponsorship for this is not just something that you know you'd be like $100,000. The sponsorship starts at minimum $5,000 or more. Okay, yeah, because this, let me tell you, we got to be careful what we ask for. We really do, because we don't be realizing all that we're bringing onto ourselves, right? But I did do my thorough research prior to deciding to go ahead and start my own, create my own brand of champagnes. And that was something I had always wanted to do, but I just never, how sometimes you think of something and then you just feel like, well, it sounds like a good idea, but it just seems so far fetched. Like it just like for me to do that, that would just be too much, just wouldn't be right. Sometimes we feel like that, right? So we don't embark on it. And I was like that for a long time, for quite for a couple of decades, where I just never felt like I would be able to launch my own brand of champagnes because it is very expensive to start. Well, it can be if you don't have investors. And the thing is sponsorship. And the thing about investments, the investors, depending on the investors, you you can lay out your own um, terms, which I did. I laid out my own terms because if you want to be a sponsor, then it's not the same as an investor. A sponsor is like this is money that you're donating and you're giving towards the building of my company. Like you're providing. It's kind of like I believe in you, and so it's almost sponsoring is almost a way of endorsing at the same time. So, but yeah, so sponsoring is also I guess it is sort of like an investment because you are still investing, but you're investing as a sponsor, not as somebody who once I build up and I gain a certain amount of status in sales, then you're getting paid back this money from the sales and the revenue that I make. That's the difference between sponsorship and um, investor in a nutshell. Very simplified. But yeah, so but if you want to become an investor with the investment, um, you actually with the investment, you as an investor, or should I say, you actually just get the terms is that there's no business partnering. There's no business partnership. So what happens is, say you made an investment of $20,000. Okay, after a certain time period goes by, now you're getting that money back plus 25% interest on top of that. That's a great deal for an investor. No more than 30% back. So you don't just get your what I say 20,000. You don't just get your $20,000 back, right? You get you'll get it was that what that be like $2,600. I mean on $26,000, 30,000. Okay, so your $10,000. I mean your $20,000 will turn around and be like $32,000 in return. So, you're getting paid, you're going to get more back than you put in. So that's a good thing about being an investor is that you're going to get back more than what you put in. So, and I have it that way because again, I don't want anybody to try to take my business from a company from up under me. And when you have investors and partners, that can happen. I'm not doing anyone having any stockholders or anything into my brand. No, I'm not going to even put it even with it grow and flourish to that state where I can. I'm not going to even let people buy stock in it because again, I want to make sure that I am. This is to create generational wealth. Part of me create generational wealth for my family, my lineage. So I'm not going to be game for any business partnership or investment partnership. If that's what it's going to take for somebody to invest in, they need not to even bother because I'm not negotiating it. I'm not bending. I'm not compromising. it is what it is. I said what I said, and that's that. I'm not doing nothing else more. No, that's just gonna have to be the way it is. You make the investment. When it gets to a certain stat, I want to pay you your back your $20,000 plus the 25 to 30% interest on top of that, and you're done. There's nothing else. We good. And you get some free champagnes too. Now you can't get free champagnes, for a certain period of time. I thought that I can at least do that much too. Some champagnes and wines where for maybe a few years or whatever, you get free bottles of wines through 3 bottles of champagne and wines, for a certain period or whatever and stuff. I can do that too. So I think that's more than fair. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gone, guys. God bless, one love, peace. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see what's going on. Hopefully, everything is okay. But like I said, this is All Star weekend, and he already had some bookings, so maybe he got overbooked or got behind in the studio sessions or what have you. But you guys take care. God bless, one love, peace, and I'm out like a light.